sipping my tea. This is the Pukka Cleanse Tea. It's got licorice root and peppermint and all sorts of other things in it, but the licorice root makes it taste nice and sweet, and so it's very warming and delicious. So I'm going to be sipping on that today as I tell you some things that I am loving right now. I'm sorry if you hear some random noises. I live on a street that's like infested with children. Not that children are infestations, but yeah, they're all playing on the street at the moment. Alright, my first favourite is a foodie favourite, and you can see it's definitely a foodie favourite because I've nearly run out of them. But basically these are pepitas, or pumpkin seeds, depending on what part of the world you're from, and they are delicious, quite simply. Basically, pepitas are a great source of fat in your diet, but also a great source of zinc, and zinc is really good for basically every process in your body, but specifically for immunity and also wound healing and things like that. So it's really great for skin, and because I suffer from PCOS, I have a few breakouts basically all the time, so zinc is really vital for me to be able to kind of keep those on the DL. So delicious. I like to just sprinkle them on salads or sprinkle them basically on anything that I'm eating, but lately as well I like to just toast them up. So if you get a fry pan and put a bit of olive oil or ghee or butter or coconut oil and melt it in the pan, and then in a hot pan throw those seeds in, and then throw a bunch of spices over them. I like using turmeric, chili, paprika, cumin, those sorts of flavors, and you just toss them around, and as soon as the pepitas kind of start popping at you, that's how you know they're done. And then you just pop them onto some paper towel to let all the excess fat drain off it, and then they'll go nice and crispy, and they're so good in like salads and things like that. Oh, I love them. Or like just a snack on. Oh, they're so good. So that's what I'm loving. The other thing that I am loving is this bad boy. This is Norwegian, the very finest fish oil. This is from Carlson Labs, and I got this on iHerb, and it is brilliant. This one's the unopened one. I've got one open in the fridge as well. That's how much I love it. Like, I know if I'm gonna run out, then not that you can run out all that quickly on a massive bottle like this, but you know. Basically, I take a teaspoon of this in the morning, and I notice a huge difference in the quality of my skin, and also even my energy levels, and how full I feel. Like if I've been taking it religiously for like a week, and it's just a teaspoon, so I just put it on a teaspoon, chug it, chase it up with some water, and it's all fine. Carlson Labs is great because the taste isn't bad at all. Like if you think of fish oil, particularly liquid fish oil, it's like, whoa, that real fishy, sardine-y taste. Whereas Carlson Labs, the one I have is lemon, and they use lemon oil, so it's just kind of, it tastes like a lemon olive oil, to be honest. And yeah, I do kind of chase it up with some water pretty quickly afterwards. But I notice a massive difference if I've been taking it religiously, and I just much prefer taking a liquid fish oil than taking like up to 6 capsules of a good quality fish oil every single day. And I find that Carlson Labs on iHerb is actually pretty reasonable price as well. I have been loving coconut oil. Woo! And this is just one that I picked up from Coles if you're in Australia, in their health food section. It's called Planet Food. I've tasted better coconut oil before, but I'm not using this one to eat. I'm actually using this one in my bathroom. And the way I'm using that is I just get a cotton pad, little round cotton pads that you use to take off nail polish and things like that, and I dunk it into my coconut oil at the end of the day and rub it over my eyes and use that as a makeup remover. So you rub it into the coconut oil, rub it over your eyes. I usually press it over my eyes and close my eyes for a little, like 30 seconds, and then wipe it off, wipe all the excess off, and then I'll get another, I'll usually use the same one for the other eye because, you know, I'm a bit stingy on the old cotton pads. And then I'll get another cotton pad and run it under warm water, squeeze it out a little bit, and then swipe that over again. So you're basically doing a rinse. And then all of my makeup basically comes off that way. You can use it on your whole face. I probably don't recommend using it as an actual facial moisturizer, just because some people find that they do break out using coconut oil as a moisturizer on their face, but it's so good for taking off makeup, and it's so cheap and it doesn't sting your eyes, and generally everything about it is brilliant. Following on from the sort of beauty aspects of things, I've got a couple of favorites in terms of skincare, and the first is the go-to, I was about to say Skin Hero, but it's Face Hero. And if you're in Australia, it's an Australian brand made by Zoe Foster-Blake, and Zoe Foster was a beauty editor for all sorts of magazines for a long time, and she's into these sort of natural skincares and things like that. And she created her own skincare line, Go-To, because she couldn't find anything that had exactly what she wanted. So she made the products that had exactly what she wanted, and they're so good. Particularly this Face Hero. I'll give you a little bit of a taste of what's in it. So it's almond oil, jojoba oil, macadamia oil, Brazil nut oil, evening primrose oil, baruti oil, arnica oil, rosehip, calendula, kiwi fruit seed oil, vitamin E, rosemary seed extract. Generally all the good stuff, to be honest. So basically I wash my face, I cleanse, and then I press a warm flannel over my face, and it just feels so nice. And then while my face is still damp, I just take a little, like not even a whole drop, like it's tiny, like the amount that you use. I've had this for ages and it's probably about half full still. And I just rub that in between my hands and then all over my face and just massage it in and wait for that to sink in, and then I put on my, whether it's day cream or night cream. So you use it as if it's a serum. You can also mix it in with your moisturizer. That's a really good way to do it. At the moment I've been using a homemade moisturizer that I've been using this in and loving it. So I'll keep giving that a go, and if it keeps giving me nice results, then I'll show you guys how I make it. I'm always on the lookout for a miracle cure for pimples, and I have found it. So this is the Aesop Control Gel. It comes in a tiny little tube like this, but you actually get quite a lot in it. I, for a while, thought that I was like severely ripped off paying, I think it was 23 bucks for it at DJ's. I was like, oh god, this is like, I don't want to, if this works, I don't want to pay 23 bucks like every couple of weeks. But no, it lasts ages. You only need a tiny bit, and you just massage it into, if you've got spots and stuff. You can use it at night, but you can also use it in the daytime, which I loved, because normally I was using tea tree oil and it was just too drying, and plus I didn't want to like walk around all day smelling like a gum tree. So so I've gone for this, and it's great. You can use it under your makeup and it stays there fine, and you don't have to worry too much about your makeup making all your spots even worse. So I really like that. What else have I got in my goodie box? Ooh, this is the Philips Sonicare, and basically I was getting really fed up of having my electric toothbrush little kind of holder plugged into my bathroom, and it was kind of getting gungy, which is very disgusting, but it happens to everybody. If it doesn't happen to you and you use an electric toothbrush, I don't know how you do it, but everyone I've spoken to gets that gross brownie gunge all over their little electric toothbrush cradle. So this one doesn't have a cradle, and you just put it in a glass and it charges. I love it, love it. So this glass, like, you charge it maybe once a fortnight, and you get about a fortnight's worth of teeth brushing, and it's got different settings, so you can change the setting. I don't know if it makes my teeth any whiter, but I really like it, and I really like that I don't have to have my gungy cradle charging on my bathroom countertop all the time. Moving on to sort of lifestyle-y stuff, one thing that I've really been getting into is Pandora Radio, and I've got the app on my phone, and I've really been enjoying just kind of plugging it into my speakers and just chilling out. So the first playlist, or the first radio station that it goes to, is instrumental hip hop, because I am so hip and so happening. But I do really like the instrumental hip hop. I love that for studying, and I love that for just chilling out in bed if I'm reading or just hanging out. It's a great cleaning radio as well. Just generally instrumental hip hop is where it's at. The last thing that I have really been loving, and I have been taken back to my childhood, are adult colouring books. Now I know this seems like super weird, and it probably is, but I love these things. So basically I've tried meditating before and my inner dialogue is just like a persistent rude little bitch. And she won't shut up, and so meditation for me is actually quite difficult, but I know that I need that downtime and I need that time to center myself and focus and just stop thinking about all these other things that are going on in my life that are causing me stress. So I heard about these adult coloring books and I was very intrigued, and there are a bunch of different books out there. The one that I'm really liking at the moment is called Color Me Calm. And it's got, like, it's really nice because it explains, it's got different patterns in it, whether it's mandalas, like I'll show you a mandala, hang on. Like that. Ooh, look, one that I've colored. Here's one I prepared earlier. So mandalas are these sorts of things. Excellent. And it's got water scenes and like geometric patterns and nature and fish and like mountains and things like that. And it tells you the kind of things to colour to get into a particular headspace. So whether you really want to focus yourself, or you want to relax, or you want to feel uplifted, it tells you what to colour in, and it even tells you what colour to use, which I think is quite funny. I tend to just go with however I'm feeling at the time. Like I feel like I'm intuitively drawn to a specific colour palette. When I first started colouring, it was like every single colour because like, oh, all of the colours. I find that if I'm watching TV at night, like I either just get hungry and I want to eat the entire kitchen, or I just start ticking over things that have happened during the day. Like I find it quite difficult for me to wind down. So these adult colouring books are a very easy way to just kind of chill out, get into the zone, think about, you know, your creative process instead, and just, you know, get centered a little bit. So those are a few of my favorite things at the moment. If you've got things that you're really loving in the kind of health, wellness, beauty, I don't know, basically I showed you a toothbrush, so you can tell me anything. If you've got something that you're loving at the moment, let me know, because I'd love to know what you guys are into, and maybe I'll be into it too. So I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this and more videos that gives you some tips and tricks in terms of nutrition, health and wellness. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.